Hello, I am Nachiket Joshi. I am working as a junior application scientist at Advent Informatics, and today I am going to talk about ICM-Pro, GUI, and display options. So when you click on your desktop icon, you will see this sort of a screen. The top part of the screen is the header. The left hand side is your workspace panel, and adjacent to it is your graphical window. So both the workspace panel and the graphical window are very interactive, meaning any selections that you make in the workspace panel would be displayed in the graphical window. At the bottom you have the command line version, that is the terminal, which is a very powerful version for you to operate this software. Now I am going to load a PDB ID 5K5N. So as you can see, this is an X-ray crystal structure of GSK3 beta, which is a kinase. So after I have loaded this protein, you can see that it has activated a variety of display options on your extreme right in the graphical window. So by default, the selection is on the rotation button, so it allows you to make different rotations. Now if you want to fit to the screen, you can choose this option, which will allow you to center your object onto the screen. If you want to rotate it sideways, you can use this translation button, which will allow you to rotate your protein structure sideways. If you want to zoom in and zoom out, you can use this magnifying sort of a button wherein you can zoom in and zoom out. You can also do zoom in and zoom out using the center button of your mouse, as well as if you select on the left hand side of your graphical window, you can also do zoom in and zoom out. You can also try to rotate your structure on Z axis using this button. If you see, the protein structure can be rotated on Z axis. You can also subject this protein to rocking movements using this button. You can make selections using this rectangular selection button. So if you see now in the workspace panel, there have been some selections made and they are highlighted. As I had said previously, they are both interactive. So whatever is selected is displayed in green crosses in the graphical window. Now if you want to select with a different shape, you can use this lasso button, which will allow you to make a freehand selection. Now if you see, there are different objects that are selected here. You can see that both in the workspace panel and the graphical window. Now if you want to change the representation of your protein, you can go into the display tab. So in the display tab, in this ribbon representation, you can always toggle this on and off. So if you long press on this, you will get different options. You can change your representation from ribbon to cylinders or protein worm, whichever you want to make. You can also color your protein structure with respect to secondary structure, occupancy, hydrophobicity, polarity, N2C terminal. Now you can see that alpha helix has been denoted in red color notation, whereas beta pleated sheets are denoted in green color notations. You can also change your representation of your ligand. So to do that, give a double click on the ligand entry. This is my ligand. So give a double click on the ligand entry and you can toggle this on and off. So if you see, this is where my ligand is, and you can toggle this on and off using this ball and stick representation. So currently it is in ball and stick representation. Now if you want to make it into wire representation, you can select this option. So this will give a wire representation. If you want to increase the width of this wire representation, you can click on this increase width, which is the plus sign here. You can increase and decrease using these options. You can do the same for your ball and stick representation. You can also display your ligand in CPK representation if you toggle this on. Now this is the CPK representation for your ligand. You can also display it in dot envelope representation using this option. Now if you want to select a particular residue, you can use this option, residue label, and click on the particular residue that you want to select. So after selection, I can see that this residue label is I62, which is isoleucine 62. You can change the orientations of these residue labels using this toggle residue label option. You can toggle it on and off. If you long press it, you can change the label style from a single letter code to a 3-letter code, and there are many other options. You can also change the font sizes, fonts and size. You can also change the color of your residue label. So this was a list of GUI and display options that were mentioned in this video. Thank you for your attention.